just don't get what's wrong with I Will Always Love You.
Because it's not him, it's Whitney Houston.
But it says what we want to say.
People who opt for a church wedding are choosing a very traditional approach.
Can we not just let you do the hymns? We're not that fussed, really.
There we are.
This has to be your decision. Have another think about it. Let me know what you decide. I'm free all afternoon.
Oh, I'm not. I'm going into Hotton.
Are you? Since when?
I told you I'm going after that dress in the sale.
What sale?
At the wedding shop.
So that means I've got to fetch Sarah and feed the girls?
Yeah, but you don't mind because you love me.
I love you being here. It seems so right.
I won't tell your husband if you don't.
No, seriously. Once Donald finally deigns to drop dead, well, this place is far too big for me to rattle around in on my own.
You'll be looking for a lodger, will you?
Admit it, you could get used to this.
I can't wait till I've got you all to myself.
Greedy.
No. Seriously, I think we've got a great future ahead of us.
You're right. Skiing in the Alps, cruising the Med, dining in all the finest restaurants in London and New York. We're going to live a life of utterly filthy decadence.
Busy?
Very.
Oh.
Oh, you got a message from a Mrs. Walker? She didn't sound very happy. Apparently you have ruined her child's birthday.
Yes, well, I had to cancel all my riding lessons today.
Why?
Because I thought of a much better way of entertaining myself.
Have you now?
Well, we've got so much to celebrate. Getting Katie on side and putting Gray in his place.
Not to mention the untimely demise of his dearest mother.
Oh, may she rot in hell.
And I'm sure she will.
So with fortune smiling upon us so sweetly, it seemed a crying shame for me to spend my day coaxing some timid 10-year-old into a canter, when what I'm really itching for is a jolly good gallop.
I want to lay my mother to rest, but how can I do that if you won't let me have her body? No, this discussion is not at an end. Damn. I hate Americans. Everything has to be done by the book. No leeway, no initiative.
Well, maybe Vaughan could help.
Apparently it's not a police matter. It's immigration, and they're even more anal.
You could always postpone the funeral.
I don't want to postpone the funeral.
All right. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I just got to think of a way of speeding up the process.
Well, what are you doing with all this?
I'm trying to work out what to donate where.
Right. Well, I'll help you.
No, it's okay. It's all in hand.
Let me. Okay?
Roof of the big barn's leaking again. Gonna have to get it fixed.
I ain't got the cash.
Well, I'll have some soon.
Cash, you to pay that.
Well, you've got to keep on top of things to avoid bigger problems further down the line. Hello.
Hi. It's good news. We've just rung the solicitor and she's meeting Greg this afternoon to set the ball in motion.
Oh, right.
Assuming that is, you're not having second thoughts.
No, the sooner we exchange contracts, the better.
Well, there's things we need to discuss. Greg's busy with the rebuilding, so, well, maybe you and I could sit down sometime soon and put our heads together.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
I'll look forward to that. I ought to get back. Bye.
Bye.
She's very pally.
Yeah, they're a nice couple.
What are you doing?
Going in the hospital.
You are taking a break.
Christmas is over. 7 missed messages.
No fun.
Dr. Patel.
What's he saying? Well, tell me.
They need to see me right away. There's been a significant change in Donald's condition.
Really?
He could be dead by now. Maybe Christmas isn't over.
You shouldn't be here. If you need to contact me, please use the telephone.
I am trying to get my mother's body released in time for the funeral. But no one's listening to me. I thought maybe you could contact your aunt in American immigration. See if she could pull a few strings.
Why should I help you?
My mother is dead and I want her buried. Please? I want to put all this into the past as soon as possible.
Okay, I'll think about it. Please, can you go now?
What was all that?
Oh, he wants to have his mother's body brought back for the funeral.
What's that got to do with you?
Nothing.
Hiya. Did you get the dress you wanted?
She didn't have the bottle to buy it.
It was only reduced to £300.
Right.
Well, that was for me. A real bargain, if you ask me.
It is if you got that kind of money. Sorry.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
She's really upset, you know.
She said it's okay.
Read between the lines.
Hey. You look beautiful, whatever you wear.
It's not the point, though. I wanted my wedding day to be different, special.
Well, you've got loads of amazing clothes. What about that red and black dress? I love that.
I'm not walking down the aisle looking like I'm off to a nightclub on the pull.
Everything we've got saved up we owe to the tax man. In the perfect world, we'd have the works. The dress, the marquee, horse-drawn carriage, everything. But it's not perfect, is it?
I know.
What matters is that we're making a commitment. So that whatever's about to happen...
Look, I don't want to think about that.
We have to think about it. This time next month, I might be in prison. I want my wife and my daughter to wait for me when I get out.
Suppose when you put it like that, the dress isn't really important.
That white skirt's nice.
That shows off my knickers.
I know.
I love you, you know.
I love you too.
Oh, for God's sake, this is getting on my nerves now. A significant change in his condition, they said. He's already in a coma. The only significant change to that is death, surely.
Oh, you just have to be a bit more patient.
I've been patient. It's like he's deliberately hanging on just to spite me.
I mean, come on, try not to upset yourself.
But the timing's so perfect. Jasmine's gone off with Debbie. Mars is hopefully pumping vodka into himself intravenously. I can't think of a better day for Donald to finally give up the ghost.
Tell you what, it don't look good though, does it?
You reckon?
Wait, yes, lips are bluish. It's not a healthy sign, is it?
Come on, Donald. Just die, will you?
He's alive.
Couple of days. Why wasn't I kept informed?
Maybe because your phone was switched off.
What are you doing here?
I care about my dad. Enough to be here when he needs me.
I was taking a respite break. With the full knowledge and agreement of the clinic. Nurse Taylor, I hold you directly responsible for this.
We tried contacting you. Didn't you get the message?
I'd have been here if I had. I'm his wife. You know my address. I bet you're in league with him, systematically keeping me in the dark.
Oh, now you're being paranoid.
Well, you turn up out of the blue, you don't even have the decency to get in touch. It's pretty obvious what you lot are up to.
Really? I can assure you...
You'll know what your assurances are worth. According to you lot, he was practically dead. If I wanted this kind of misdiagnosis, I'd have gone NHS. I demand to speak to Dr. Patel.
She doesn't seem too happy with Dad's recovery.
She's just a bit surprised.
I imagine you both are.
You'll need to talk to the embassy in the morning. It's a woman called Mrs. Schwartz. She's expecting your call, and that's her direct number.
I can't thank you enough.
I don't need thanks. I want this over and done with as much as you do.
Hi.
No.
Is this a bad time?
No, I'm not staying. How are you feeling?
Good.
I'm glad to hear it. Okay. Bye.
Diane's come to help get rid of the stuff.
No, it's okay. I said I could do it myself.
It's been like this all morning.
He's in shock, poor man. I'm taking you to the pub.
No, I'm fine.
No, you're clearly not.
I've got to get all this stuff to the charity shop.
Yes, I can do that.
There you go. We both had the Christmas from hell. I don't know about you, but I could do with a bit of company.
Thank you.
See you later.
It is an exceptional turn of events. Very few patients recover from such a massive hemorrhage.
So he's definitely going to get better.
Oh, it'll obviously take him a while to fully recover, but the diagnosis is extremely encouraging. He's clearly a fighter. There's every chance he'll have years of active life ahead of him.
That's wonderful news.
Yes, we're all very excited, as you must be.
Couldn't be happier. Thank you, Doctor.
What did he say?
I told you to go home.
A purple pullover Auntie Edith knitted herself.
Socks. With holes in. Of Batty Grandma Hope.
Blue sailor suit, courtesy of dear Mama.
What's so bad about that?
I was 12 years old.
Edible undies.
Who on earth got you those?
Ex-wife.
Emily?
Mandy.
Oh, that's got to be the winner of that. Give the man a free pint. you know, there's more to Christmas than receiving presents.
Yeah, Vicar of Dursville. I think that's the point we're making.
Most of them are best left unopened under the tree.
Yeah.
Larry's having the body brought home. Now, don't they have crematoria in America? Are you listening to me?
Of course I am.
What have I just said?
You don't want to go to America to bury Rosemary. And why would you? I'm not going.
She's being brought home.
All the better. We can stamp on a grave. Got another?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting more beer. Would you like me to give you one?
You sweet-talking charmer.
What have you got planned for New Year?
Cocoa in bed by 10.
That sounds lovely. Your place or mine?
Actually, come to think of it, I'm working. You know, with me being a barmaid and tomorrow being the busiest night of the year.
Ah, right. Shall we rendezvous in the toilets about midnight? I'm not joking.
I'm sure you're not.
So what do you reckon?
Thanks for the offer. It made me feel really special.
I'm sure he'll come to his senses.
He's selling my home behind my back. It's spite he's interested in, not sense. I don't expect forgiveness, but a little human decency might not go amiss.
I'm so sorry.
Well, me too.
I'm not sure I'm ever going to be able to forgive my mother.
You've got to hang on to the good memories.
That makes it worse. When someone ends their life like this, it destroys any happiness that went before. First my father, now my mother. Do you think suicide's hereditary?
Don't talk like that.
I couldn't. I don't have the courage. As my mother kept reminding me, essentially he's a weak man. Should have followed Alistair's lead and run away from her years ago.
Did you manage to get hold of him?
Yeah. He said he was going to try to make the funeral. How did it all end like this?
I know.
Oh, sorry. Bernice is on the phone. Shall I get her to call you back?
Oh, no, I want to talk to her. You stay here, keep him company. He's not coping well.
Right.
Donald, we're going to get you better. I'm going to be by your side every inch of the way. Your devoted nursemaid.
Who are you?
Your wife, of course.
You're not Christine. Where's Christine?
She's not here, Dad.
Miles.
Hi.
Let me look at you. You've grown. Long trousers.
I'm so glad to have you back.
Yes.
This is ridiculous. I'm Nicola. We're married. The Dunley Hall Country Hotel. We had a 12-piece band, you must remember. How can you not know who I am?
It can sometimes take a while before they recover their memories.
He remembers him.
Possibly in a few days.
She's still here.
I think my father would like to rest now.
I'll come back tomorrow. We'll have a nice long chat. Take care, my love.
Yeah. All right, sweetheart. Bye.
How's Bernice?
I have to think positive and take each day as it comes.
Sound advice.
Why does sound advice always ring so hollow? She's demanded I spend New Year with her. It'll be a bit of a trek, but it'll be worth it to get away from this place. Even if it is only for one night. Could I have a word?
Yes? I was sorry to hear about your problems. I've just spoken to Jack, and I wanted you to know you've no need to worry. We'll move on this as quickly as we can.
Sorry?
You know, the house. Surely Jack's spoken to you about it?
No. He hasn't got round to it.
I mean it, Carl. Carrie's not going to be happy.
Making Carrie happy isn't my department.
What's he done now?
He's been sniffing round Lexi.
Rather you than me.
I'm not sniffing round her. If anything, I'm playing hard to get. Can't promise I won't give in to her wiles eventually, though.
It's all a bit incestuous, don't you think?
So says the bloke who's bedding out a dead dad's mistress.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure, Carlos.
Carrie and I are very fond of each other, like you and Purdy. You just want somewhere to park your bike.
You're wasting your breath, Jimmy. He's pathologically attracted to slappers. I bet Charles is going to be cock-a-hoop that he's trying to bed her best mate.
She couldn't even bear to look at me. I know we've had our differences. What an understatement that is. But there wasn't even a flicker that I'd ever meant anything to her. Maybe I'm just idiotic to think that any good could come from my mother's death.
Purdy's moved on. Somehow, that's what you have to do as well.
How? I feel so helpless.
Well, you've still got people who care about you. You've got Diane and Katie.
And you?
Of course.
You're very kind.
I'm your friend. Always will be, Ben.
Of course. I'd best be off.
Off where?
Oh, I don't know. Leeds. Houghton.
Is that wise?
Oh, I'm looking for wisdom.
Going out on the town is the last thing you need. You know I'm right.
Yes, you probably are. Thanks for listening.
Right, look, it's just a temporary lapse, isn't it? I mean, you have got a piece of paper which proves that you are his wife. So, the bigger problem is, now that Donald's back in the land of the living, where does that leave us?
Will you shut up? Can't you see? This isn't about you and me. It's about me and Donald.
I think practically.
Practically, I'm stuffed. With Miles back on the scene, I could lose my inheritance.
Oh, why would Donald disinherit you?
Why wouldn't he? His son is stone cold sober. It's only a matter of time before he finds out how you seduced me.
Me?
But that's what we'll tell him. I was lonely and you took advantage of my moment of weakness.
Well, that's not what happened, though, is it?
Well, it's a story I'm sticking to.
So you're going to stay with him? Is that what you're saying?
What choice have I got?
You could choose me.
In a perfect world, David, I would. But I've worked hard to get where I am. And there's no way I'm giving that up without a fight.
So, what about our plans, eh?
I know. But they didn't include Donald making a miraculous recovery, did they?
I'm sorry I've not been the son you hoped for. But things are changing. And I've not had a drink for 3 weeks. I was so scared you were going to die. I want you to be proud of me.
I am.
No. I've let you down. Badly.
It's time to make amends.
Yeah, thankfully. I'm so glad you're back.
Me too.
She's your wife, I'm afraid. Nicola. You need to be careful. She's a grasping, egocentric gold digger. She's been trying to get rid of you for months. She told the doctors not to resuscitate you. Why are you grinning?
I know.
Know what?
Everything.
You said you couldn't remember who she was.
I lied.
Why would you do that?
Because what you say is true. I heard from her own lips.
You were in a coma.
Wolves have ears. So have I.
Then why didn't you tell her the game was up?
It's only just beginning.
I don't follow.
Wait and see.
Well, if you want to see that episode again, you can with a 30-day video catch-up at itv.com/Emmerdale. Coming up, Sun Hill's under attack, the Bills next, followed by a very jubilant Sarah in Coronation Street. And then it's her final act. DCI Jane Tennyson needs to find a missing teenager and face her own demons. Crime drama Prime Suspect is at 9.